What's up, gang? It's Delty from DeltyIsGaming.com with the Maelstrom Arena guides. Here's stage 1. This isn't too hard, really. It's a lot of Undead and Daedra. You're going to have some melee and mainly casters. So whether class you play, I would recommend focusing on the ranged DPS first and have the melee sort of charge you. It makes it a lot easier. So for me, my priority playing a Sorc is to nuke down casters that I cannot avoid. So the magic casters, if you're a light armor user, you can use a light armor skill, harness magic, or annulment, and that will prevent some of the damage to you. If you're a medium armor user, however, you're just going to need to rely on dodging to avoid those bow hits. Either way, focus on those first, and range interrupts are really important in this arena. I changed my morph to Crushing Shock over Force Pulse or the Venom Arrow if you need a range interrupt. Round 2 here is more of the same, especially with a Bone Colossus at the end. You'll notice earlier there I chid a damaged ability impulse while the portals are forming. You can get a head start on doing DPS if you've ever played Dragonstar Arena. So those portals right there, you can damage them early. Primarily focus on the ranged DPS as those melee critters come towards you. Remember, this is PvE. They have to come towards you because you're the only player in here. So what I like to do is stack them on top of a ranged target that I'm trying to kill and then just AoE, AoE, AoE. And for this, overall, you want to center your build around doing damage and somehow healing yourself. So as a Sorc, I use Power Surge. Other builds, even a Stam Templar, I can use Repentance. And here comes the little Bone Shard dude, or whatever he's called. And I'm just going to put on Overload here and make sure my Power Surge is up, because look at those self-heals that Surge is giving me. So I'm doing damage and healing myself, no problem. Next round, same type of thing. Daedra, nasty guys, melee, range, blah, blah, blah. The most important thing here is you notice there's 3 or 4 things beating on me in an area. Stun them. As a Sorc, I have Crystal Frags as a ranged stun, so I'm using it on the target I want to pressure. And then also I'll streak through another target to prevent more damage coming towards me. I'll also use that little pillar in the center to line of sight. Remember, they're mobs, they're NPCs, they're not real players, so they're going to have to move until they hit you. Use that to your advantage to position them where you want. So if I kill 2 people at the same time, it's a lot faster, making this arena a lot easier than killing one after another after another. Also, when those portals spawn like this, more and more practice, you're going to remember where the most important target is. So right here, I want to nuke that archer primarily first and then take on the melee guy. If I have those 2 archers not worried about me as a Sorc, I can streak or use high movement speed to basically just kite this guy and not even worry about him getting me, as you can see. Remember where the NPCs spawn. Final round, this boss is a little different. Essentially what he's going to do is do a lot of pressure to you that you can avoid with harness magic, or throw a little red circle down. It's going to move around, and he's going to summon adds. Now, if you do not kill these adds or additional little mobs, they will heal him at an end phase. So what I try to do is do as much damage on him as possible. And the reason being is these mobs will have like this point where they just sit there and do nothing. Delty, cast your Power Surge. Cast your Power Surge for self-heals. I'm mad at myself right now watching this. Anyways, the point is, you see those mobs with their heads up right there? You can damage them right there. So I position myself in between the boss and the mobs. Why? Because I'm doing damage to the boss and killing those mobs. Because if they don't get killed, they'll self-heal him. Also, I'm going to use a power-up here and try to burn through the boss. Don't use powers ups if you're going for a super high score or whatever. But if you just want to clear and experience the content, I recommend trying the power ups when you're having trouble or you need to kill a boss mob real quick. Okay, I'm taking a lot of pressure right now, so I'm just trying to survive. What I need to do is stun these mobs to give me a chance to get some damage on this boss, lowering his health to the point where he does the self-healing. That makes him vulnerable. Now I got 3 or 4 mobs, so I streak through them to stun them. I'm in trouble. Healing ward, bar swap, harness magicka, harden ward. That's okay. Just need a couple more hits. I stun them. That's going to give me some time. Come on, they're channeling. They're channeling. Big deeps, big deeps. Sorc, come on. Got it done. So, probably the easiest round. These get progressively harder, so hopefully this video helped you. I appreciate it. Leave me some comments if it did, and we'll be moving on to round 2, stage 2.